Freaks come out at night, you know. That old song. Some of y'all don't even start getting jiggy now because we know you can. But, you know, we think of things of the past, you know, how we used to do what we used to do in the nighttime. It seems like when the darkness comes, that's when we get some super strength. We get some crazy juices flowing in. We feel like a lot of things can be done at night because under the cloak of darkness, we can hide our issues. We can hide our stuff. We can keep people from seeing who we really are in the darkness of the night. And the thing that I want to dispel about darkness ain't always dark. Okay. Sometimes darkness is as bright as light itself. Because what happens is that at the minute of darkness, at the zenith, should I say, of darkness, that's when light really does have its best work. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that when you are at that place in your life where you felt that you've gotten away with everything you could possibly get away with, you've done everything you could possibly do, you've experienced every negative that you possibly can experience, that's the point where in that dark moment, light begins to shine. I'm talking to somebody in here because it's at the pit of darkness, it's at the zenith of darkness, the height of darkness concerning your life is when you need the most help that you can possibly need. Amen. You know, some of us don't appreciate Jesus until we've been through some dark stuff. Amen. You know, some of us don't understand Jesus until we've been in some valleys. We've been through some caves. We've been through some moments in life where we seem like nothing's going to ever come to an end in the process of it. But I'm here to tell somebody today that it's all starting and stems from the single invitation. Nicodemus, on that particular fateful night, Nicodemus, I need to tell you all something. You don't need to miss this. Nicodemus didn't come because he wanted to come. That's right. Nicodemus came because he was summoned to the garden. Nicodemus came because God spoke to him in the spirit out of his dark situation and told him, you need to be in church. You need to be with me. You need to be in relation with me. You need to get to know me. I'm the real thing. I'm not something fake. I'm real. And that's just like with us. Many of us have experienced the Nicodemus lifestyle. We have been through some stuff. We have been in charge of people. We have said some things. We've been under individuals. But no matter what we've been, we still have all been a Nicodemus at one time or another. Nicodemus came in a dark of night. And there's reasons that have been surmised as to why he probably came at night. There's three different views on this thing. Some people say that Nicodemus came at night as an act of prudence and discernment or discretion. And what that simply means is that Nicodemus came because he knew that he needed something out of God or from God that he couldn't get apart from God. Others say that this view about the life of Nicodemus, it happened because it was an act of zeal and willingness to learn more about the Christ. Well, that could have been possibly true. And matter of fact, I would believe that it is true. That he came not just trying to see what Jesus' business was or what Jesus was working on or where he was going to be next. Because, you know, if you know, like I know the history of this thing, the Sanhedrin Council, many of them were opposers of Jesus' teaching. They didn't like Jesus. They were not in love with him. They didn't care anything about him. Matter of fact, they were the ones that tried to kill him many times when he dispersed or disappeared among the crowd. And so a lot of these folk had nothing to do with Jesus, didn't want him to do anything with them, but just wanted him out of their town, out of their city, away from them. The third viewpoint of this is that it was an act of fear and cowardice, meaning that Nicodemus came only at night because he was afraid that the other council members or the citizens of the place might see him coming and then look at him differently. Because he was a chief ruler among them, he dared not humble himself before something that they didn't believe in. And so many people thought that Nicodemus came because he was a coward. So he came late at night when nobody could see him. Oh, Lord, he just showed